All right, Jeremy. So we chatted via email a few days ago, and I could already tell that you were prepared and that you were you just have a lot of energy about you, and I think that really came across in your speech today, and I was really excited to evaluate you. So when you sent over a few things that you were, some goals in general for joining Toastmasters, and what you wanted the audience to feel, and anything that you could do to grow. So for the audience, you wanted to bring value, and I think that you absolutely nailed the value part. I think we learned a lot, and the three things that you kind of covered throughout your speech. I learned something, and I learned the difference between the growth mindset and the fixed mindset, and that we're programmed from 10 to 22, and that Seinfeld was a big part of your life. So I really do think that you brought value to us, and the three things that you did talk about. I think what you did bring was humor. You were definitely humorous, and you started off with a great introduction, and you all had us laughing, and it wasn't a fake laugh. And then you also were inspiring. So I think that was a really great mix between the two, which is sometimes hard to do, especially in an icebreaker. So that was really good. And then in general, you want to be more fluent in your communication, and you want to grow as a communicator. So I think there's definitely, you are a great communicator. It sounds like you've already excelled at this. So for your icebreaker, it was really, really great. So just trying to think of anything that you could work on. So the three sections that you covered, you broke them up really nicely. I think we all knew what you were trying to convey and get across. Your flow, you tied everything back together at the end, which is really important to do, especially when you have a lot of information that you're packing into one speech. I think reiterating, restating what those three things were was a good thing. And then at the very end, you tied it all back together and kind of went through the three things again. You definitely brought value to us, which I already said. There were times where you thought, or it looked like you were trying to gather your thoughts and trying to go to the next section. And I think what you did a really good job of was pausing and then going on instead of using audible pauses, which is what I tend to do a lot. And then the one thing that I would think that you could work on is speed. It was a little fast throughout the whole thing. I think there was a lot of great information. If you would have potentially just paused in the two different things that you were evaluating. So there's a growth mindset and there's a fixed mindset, and kind of telling us a little bit more, and maybe just saying, I don't know, just pausing a little bit on those two so we could reflect a little bit further. But overall, it was a great speech, and I think there's a lot of potential in the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.